The poem is Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou. The items to look for as we close read are your perception of meaning, the use of the word phenomenal or phenomenally as repetitive and whether this is effective, and how effective word choices make the message itself. The first thing we do is following the steps is to read the poem completely through. Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model's size, but when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I am a woman. Phenomenal woman, that's me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say it's in the fire in my eyes, and the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, and the joy in my feet. I am a woman, nominally. Phenomenal woman, that's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, the grace of my style. I am a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about, or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care. 'Cause I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Now, as we read the poem, the one thing that I noted and would like to point out is that she did indeed use the word phenomenal or phenomenally frequently. So what we're going to do is and the reason I left this in a Word document, is we're going to look up the definition of the word phenomenal. And it's an adjective, and it means very remarkable or extraordinary. To that thought and purpose, that means that she's talking about herself as more than just average. Okay? That's a good answer for that. And she uses this frequently. Now, the second thing to do is to break it into stanzas and review those stanzas and decide how you, the reader, perceives the message that's been given. I've chosen stanza size because it makes sense. It's the natural break in the work. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model's size. And this is, to me, as we look at it, when she says pretty women and says that she's not cute or built to suit a fashion model's size, I have to say that makes the assumption that you have to be cute or built to be a fashion model, which would have been a very thin, slender person, to be considered pretty. But is that really the message given? And she tries to explain to them why she's considered phenomenal and being extraordinary, even though she's not a fashion model. And she says, when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. So, if these are the things that make her phenomenal, the reach of her arms or the span of her hips, the stride of her step, the curl of her lips, those are things that people perceive as a physical manifestation of inner power or inner strength. So She says repeatedly here, phenomenally, phenomenal woman, that's her. To me, the message in there is clear, but we'll keep going. In the next stanza, I walk into a room just as cool as you please. That kind of, the idea of just as cool as you please kind of gives you the idea that maybe she's got a lot of self-confidence. And to a man, the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. No, I've never experienced this myself, but I know certain women that do have that ability. But does that sound like maybe something a little far-fetched? Maybe. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. So essentially she's saying she attracts attention wherever she goes. And she's saying, again, that it is about how she carries herself, the fire in her eyes, the flash of her teeth, how she is full of joy in the way she carries her body. And again, she uses the words phenomenally or phenomenal. Okay. Now, in the next stanza, it says, men themselves have wondered what they see in me. So she's saying, is she repeating the idea that maybe she's a little plain or ordinary? That is what it sounds like. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. I don't think that sounds like a positive conversation. I think that would be something that I would have to really consider. Okay, when I try to show them, they say they still can't see. And again, she says this is about her inner strength and her pride and her spirit. Because she's saying the arch of her back, the sun of her smile, the right of her breast, the grace of her style, that is something that is all about her inner strength. And again, phenomenally and phenomenal. Is she repeating this to enforce it for you or for herself? Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I think the assumption there would be what? I think you need to really look at the assumption there and decide what that means to you. I don't jump or shout or jump about, talk real loud. Have you ever met a person who talks really loud all the time? And she says it should make you proud, make the individual proud. And then she says that it's all about, again, her inner strength, the things that bring it out and show it. So, in the second reading, that's what you need to do. Then, when you look at the poem a third time, you're going to be looking at the actual words. What does it really say? Word for word. So I would like the connotation and denotation. The connotation is what? It is what it actually says. Denotation is what it implies or states by implication. So the connotation here is that she's saying she's not cute, she's not beautiful. She's basically ordinary and very different from what they think. As you go through, you're going to look at connotation, denotation. Denotation, what does it mean? What do you think it means when the fellows stand or fall down on their knees? And she calls them like honeybees, like they swarm around her like what? Would that make her the queen bee? These are things you need to review carefully. Once you are done with that, you need to make sure that you answer the question. Is the use of the word usage and the repetitive use of phenomenal or phenomenally, is that an effective style of writing for this particular message?